Between Greeblesaurus and MannedTooth.
I don't think I was specifically doing a U.S. accent. I was trying to do a radio show host. The kind of guy where you would hear like 1,000 sound effects. Like a caw, like like an alarm clock goes off. And then
This
like,
is Rock Infinite.
You're
AM.
listening to
Wee, wee, wee.
ARDB radio. Welcome.
Hell,
You're listening to Maurice and the Myth.
sounds like we're gonna get a double after all.
Yeah, so it was scheduled for a double, and then one of them was late showing up, but I think they're here. Sort of. Zecks is here. Where's that guy, T3tsuya? He didn't respond on Discord. He's also not in SRL, so
But
I'm
Zecks
still
said,
hesitant to say.
head here soon.
Okay. Soon it is.
Yeah, we got time.
You may have noticed the new addition to the intro this time. For anyone who doesn't know, this ridiculous over-the-top intro, I add something new to it every time, and there's going to be a lot of matches, so eventually it's going to get truly out of hand.
I had to concentrate really hard to not slip back into English mode, so I missed it.
I put jump and shoot. But that's only one kind of game, so please look forward to all of the other types of games. They come as a set, so it hurt me to only put one of them in, but I can't put all of them in, or I'm gonna run out of material, and it's gonna get way too big.
What do you mean it comes as a set? Jump and shoot?
Yeah, you'll see. Just patience.
Oh, wait. Maybe not wait. I have an idea, but I'm not sure. It's been a while since I've seen it.
I just got some rhyming going on. It's fine.
Some rhyming? That's where I'm fine conversing in English, but when it comes to rhyming or like solving cryptic crosswords or stuff like that, so like some kind of layer on top of English, it becomes really hard for me.
I'll bet. We had lots of there was a time when we would speedrun the USA Today crossword on SRL. And there's a lot of speedrunners who don't speak English as their first language. And there was just a lot of like, well, this is way harder for me than it is for you. That was when I first encountered that, like, yeah, your brain, it's constantly like doing a translation. So like having to double translate between wordplay to English to native language. It slows you down. Well, our players get slowed down today in these mystery races. We're probably going to have a double match, the first of which Greeblesaurus versus MannedTooth.
This
new player and a
prehistoric match.
Yeah, I guess.
MannedTooth sounds like Mammoth.
It does.
And Greeblesaurus sounds like some kind of dinosaur.
I mean, it's definitely a dinosaur.
Yeah.
We got it right there on the screen. Is it made of Greeble?
What's a Greeble?
I don't know.
Right.
It looks like a circuit board to me.
It looks like some abstract painting. Like a like a Kandinsky.
Yeah.
But not actually like a Kandinsky. Kandinsky uses a lot of colors.
No, not at all like a Kandinsky, really. 1 and 2, Greeblesaurus went in their previous mystery tournament. That's the sum total of their mystery tournament experience advantage over MannedTooth.
Yeah, and like 1-2 isn't terrible, but also isn't great. So kind of a... We really haven't learned much about them from last MT, I think.
Our other two racers, we know quite a lot about. Oh, wait. We've already jumped over. Maybe we'll go back and then look at played games or whatever, depending on how long it'll take to set this up. We know a lot about these two, though.
Look at this guy. 6 top 8 appearances. Has joined 15 MTs before. First joined in 2. So I actually missed one. Gasp.
Yeah.
Like, not just MT1, but one between 2 and 18.
Mm-hmm. One missing. With a 72% win rate is like beyond the elite. It's like you are someone who can win the whole thing. You are someone who has won the whole thing twice before. Also, one of the, I think only 2 people who has the distinction of winning the tournament they joined. First joined in MT2 and immediately won.
I mean, like the MT1, I'm gonna just say it doesn't count.
Right.
But there's one other, right?
I was thinking of that one when I said that. So if there might be another. Did Cap and Drake win their first one? If not, I can't imagine anyone else has.
Maybe Andy? Did Andy win?
No.
No?
He got third, and then second, and then first.
Imagine getting third in your first MT. Could be me.
Oh, I never saw third, never will. Second place, Maurice.
I mean, I did get third in last MT, but yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, you know.
And Tetsuya's also been around for a long time. Joined in Mystery Tournament 4.
Hasn't missed any.
15th, so hasn't missed any. 58% win rate puts them also in the top tier. They've been to top 8 before, Mystery Tournament 5. So both immensely talented, skilled, experienced racers. And they've played a lot of games. So with 4 people to try to sneak a submission past.
I mean, especially not this one.
Yeah.
The game they were just asked about it. I feel like we're gonna have a hard time finding a single
All 4
match.
players have played that one game that just got it. One by one, and they all raised a hand. All right, so not that one, but we'll find another. This still got a pretty deep
It's an
pool.
interesting game because maybe I should. Maybe someone's gonna figure it out. It doesn't matter how obscure I try to make it. Someone's gonna figure out which game I'm talking about. So I probably shouldn't.
Yeah, especially because we're not playing it. So
Yeah.
we'll
Otherwise,
just
I would.
leave it there.
If we're playing this, I would totally drop this in.
Now maybe we can take a look and see what games they've played before this one in the tournament, if any.
Right, let's look at the first match between Greeblesaurus and MannedTooth. It's both matches actually front 2. So unless we had a bye, which I didn't really check, gonna see one game for each of them. Greeblesaurus winning against Yorkie in The Little Mermaid for the NES, which is apparently pretty good.
Yeah, I like that game. They, when you design a game around the water levels, turns out it doesn't have to be bad. You shoot bubbles to incapacitate the enemies, and then you can pick them up and throw them at other enemies. And it's Capcom, so, you know, it's just pretty solid all around.
I mean, so I've said this before, but I had The Little Mermaid for the Game Boy. The game sucks. And you also shoot bubbles, and you're also underwater, unsurprisingly. So I don't know whether it's my memory of just me thinking the game sucks, or it's the Game Boy version that sucks, or maybe I have a different opinion about video games.
Right.
One of
Maybe you were
those.
like you were a boy, and the idea of playing as a girl in a video game was like, ew.
Yeah, that's why I only played Metroid.
Who's a cool guy and can do anything.
Yeah, dude can jump, flip, shoot, rocket.
Just don't beat the game too fast.
Just never beat the game.
It will all come apart.
Don't
No
enter
one ever
Justin
beat
Bailey.
NES Metroid. The first person who beat NES Metroid did it in 2004. No one had figured out how to do it until then. No, it's just a hard game. It's just a really hard, long,
It's a chore.
kind of boring game.
That's my problem. When you look at the map, you can tell, like, oh, let's copy paste the same room 15 times.
Yeah, they favored scope, size, magnitude over quality.
I think if you just
Okay,
play Zero Mission,
meticulousness.
counts.
Yeah, that's a good game. You can play that one.
Alright, and on the right side, MannedTooth winning against Piper in Eve, which is not the Excel game. It is the analog game, where you control a robot by extending legs using both of your analog sticks. Kind of like Getting Over It, kind of like The Professional, aka The Heist.
Yeah, it's a bumbly, control-y sort of game. The game is the controls
Whoop.
through and through. And that makes it a really strong sort of pick for Mystery Tournament. It's like it distills the essence of getting good at a video game and like turns that into a game and then asks you to play it. So
And it's a very even playing field, which I like. Like we see
Mhm.
players that are good at like twitchy platforms, like you run fast, you have a wall jump, you go everywhere. We have players who are good at like run and shoot games. We have players who are really good at puzzle games. But like a game that where it's literally about trying to play the game, that's cool.
yeah, no one has experience in Eve unless they've played Eve, sort of thing.
All right,
So it was MannedTooth. That was a pretty close race, if I remember right, though.
it was a
MannedTooth
double,
Viper.
and I cannot differentiate.
You're right. I forgot it was a double. One of them was close. Maybe it was this one.
Wait, is it a double?
Oh,
Anyway.
it was not.
Zecks versus T3tsuya. Zecks had a bye. Had a. Hold on, let me check. Yep. Oh, got a free bye? Really? Pretty sure only the first 8 were seeded.
in Piper's opinion, it was not close. But I
No.
think it was like a realization of like, oh, you can use the boxes in this way to like deflect bullets or whatever. Like, you know, like there was a realization needed to happen, and then it would have been pretty good. Otherwise, they were pretty close. Didn't start out close though. MannedTooth really sort of figured out how to move around faster. That was for sure. At Mbibli's quest. Mbibli. I watched this race. I think.
Mibibly.
Mbibli. I do not remember Mbibli's quest.
Me neither. I don't think I watched it.
We got a sub coming in from Shrambles. I think we had one previous too as well. I tried to, yeah. We had a gift to Maurice from Verazic. Thank you so much for the subscriptions.
I thought you meant like a game subbed by Shrambles, and then you were talking previously a gift to Maurice, and I saw that the game that was played just before this match, like yesterday morning, depending on where you live, was Mad Gear, and that is a gift to me. That game is
Yeah.
awesome.
That's I finally got to you've on multiple times we've had video games with an energy system, and you have made the joke that you're running out of energy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, if you say so, like, you know. I didn't, but now it will finally resonate with me when you make that same reference.
It's just very surprising when it happens the first time.
I forget there's also another phrase that's like, oh, we regret to inform you, like we're terribly sorry you have run out of energy. It's very apologetic and polite about it. Oh my gosh. See, this is why streamers call out subs and put notifications and stuff. Like something about it. It definitely brings it to people's forefronts. We got 5 gift subs from Blade Twin Swords. Congratulations to the recipients. Very generous. These we take these funds and we use them for server costs.
Yeah, and
sometimes we put together prizes.
Or like the mystery show intro, which is no longer on this channel, it was also funded by these subs.
Yeah,
So we do some
get
cool
some
stuff.
graphics or logos or stuff. Yeah, it makes things a little bit better around here. So thank you so much. A Data East Genesis game has been drawn and distributed to the players.
I've seen this one before. I think this was in the top 8.
Top 8.
I think so.
That's pretty wild.
I remember being glad that I didn't draw it while I was waiting for my match.
It's pretty rare that you will play a game in Mystery Tournament Top 8 and also in Kuso Grande. The Venn diagram does not tend to overlap. You'll play some games in the regular tournament, maybe, sure. But Top 8, we try to set aside some special stuff.
Maybe so. I can tell you the goal for this is speed easy. So maybe hard is just too hard.
Oh, I get this is one of these games where if you put it on the highest difficulty, it kills you in one hit, a la Bucky O'Hare.
Where Whirlo.
Warlow does that? Wow, that's not.
I think it only has one difficulty, but it's pretty punishing.
Yeah, Warlow's a cool game. I can't talk too much about that. Probably. I don't know how much time we have left before the racers get set up, but having 2 different jump buttons for 2 different jump arcs is a wild decision. I think I had to playtest that to decide if it would be a good fit for the Super 16 race, where you have like a week or sorry, like a month to learn 16 partial game speedruns, and then you do a race of them all back to back. So I had to be like, is Warlow good for this? Is it interesting? Is it cool? Is it too hard, too easy?
What about this game instead?
This is a real good jam heading into this Mystery Tournament race. High Seas Havoc for the Genesis.
Yeah, this is from the mascot era. They're like, oh man, we really need a mascot. How about like a seal?
I think it's a seal. Data East was like, man, this seal's gonna put us on the map.
Yeah, the hedgehogs are yesterday.
And there's the paste bin in chat too. We'll grab that and pull that to the side. They're gonna be playing on easy, not hard, not even normal. Oh, they're beating the game on easy, which after you do that, a screen will tell you to try again on normal difficulty. So yeah, I think it's like good. You don't get the full game really, even if you're on easy.
Yeah, we had that in, I think that's in yesterday's game 2, right? In Little Samson?
Yes.
There's something about the game ending early.
Mm-hmm. But I think you at least get like an ending, and then it's like the good ending if you do the full thing. But sometimes you do it and it's like, it's clearly just like unfinished. It's just, you're not good enough for the real thing.
Yeah, like, doesn't Ghosts and Goblins have that too?
That one you do a full, it's like you beat the game and it's like, well, you don't get the princess. You gotta do it again.
Also, it only has one difficulty. There was a game like that though, where it's literally just the final boss you can't do.
You might be thinking of Gimmick. There's a 7th level and a 7th boss.
Yeah,
if you find all the treasures and you don't continue, which is extremely hard to do. So that we've had a couple of the players been able to watch the attract mode. We've been able to see it as well. It looks like you don't move too fast, right? We don't have the Sonic the Hedgehog problem. You've got a pretty nice attack with a big hitbox. Seems pretty reasonable.
Here we go. Cape Sealf. Huh. Seal pun.
MannedTooth wants the chest. Can't figure out how to open it. There we go. So you jump and attack with the same buttons, so you can only attack in the air. All 3 buttons, A, B, C, do the same thing.
Oh,
down in a button will roll, so it is quite Sonic the Hedgehog.
And there's those Sega Genesis balls for the checkpoint.
Ba-doom. Oh, these jumps are slightly blind. You do have some breadcrumb trails with these gems.
The lava is insta-kill.
The collapsible terrain over the lava is very Marble Garden Sonic the Hedgehog, gotta say. They're taking it. That's a very specific thing they've taken there. I think Zecks is in the lead, reaching this apple tree first.
Zecks is in the lead in the bottom because T3tsuya died to the lava. Top race is on like synced up, literally same place.
The very same slope, except Greeblesaurus is. Oh no, it's just a really long damage-taking animation.
Yeah, we got the health bar in the top right.
You can take a lot of hits on easy mode, it seems. Do you think treasure chests will have like an apple in it that refills your health? Or is it always going to be stupid gems or whatever we don't care about?
I would try. If I'm low on health, I would see what's in there.
Clutch finish for both MannedTooth and Greeblesaurus. Bottom racers are both on the ship follow-up level. Progress to the right. There's all these elevators going up and down, and Zecks is like, nope, the right is my destiny. Big jump. Finds the floor, trusting the gems. That treasure chest for Greeblesaurus just had a score increasing gem pile. Chests contain health, treasure, or gems, 100 for a life, or speed boots, which make you faster. Very appealing option. We got a boss. It's a big pirate. You jump and hit him on the head. Zecks is running out of space, though. We have to start thinking about how to get out of this corner.
I remember this boss giving one of the racers in the previous race a lot of issue. And this guy's fast.
Yeah, Zecks just ran out of health. Could not figure out how to hit him. Oh, you can bounce on top of him the way Greeblesaurus is. But his hitbox goes away, so you can't keep bouncing on him after you hit him and just hide up there. You got to figure out how to dodge some of this.
Yeah.
You can get hit by the later ones once he gets crazy, but...
So he also dies, so kind of... Oh, actually, game over? I don't think Zecks game over it. Are we gonna redo the level?
Continue.
We are.
Wow.
So Zecks has an opportunity. He even has one more try. Maybe one more try? We'll have to see.
I did see the 0 on the bottom right.
Yeah, and it faded before the 0 appeared.
Okay.
That's how we know.
But that's a game over for MannedTooth.
Did Greeblesaurus have one already?
I don't think so.
Alright, it's do or game over time for Zecks here.
Ooh, got that hit. I thought they went too early. So I think what Zecks is missing is that you can bounce on the boss when he is not in his iframes. And that's what... Oh, there. Maybe saw it just there. And sees a way to get over the boss.
But also this guy's really fast now, so yeah, he's dead. Look at his death animation. This Walrus got killed. And Zecks is the first one to clear the pirate ship.
T3tsuya's back to the pirate ship awfully fast. Or the boss, rather. And is, I think, not going to be able to do this with this amount of health.
Yeah, but has 2 lives. If you want to go like super meta, you could say, oh, maybe it's not worth it to even try. Maybe you're wasting your time by trying.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
It's like, that's really hard to tell, and either way, I wouldn't be able to tell you, oh, this is the right decision.
Yeah. Like, even if you don't fail, the knowledge that you get might be the difference between success and fail on your next attempt.
But T3tsuya does it. So it was efficient.
Even better.
And, like, doesn't have to intentionally die now. Zecks is on 0 lives. Isn't intentionally game overed. On this very Sonic-looking stage.
I want to say Zecks is a smart enough player to have been aware of their life count, and that this is just a play of confidence. So there was a boss only at the end of the second set of levels, right? Yeah, so maybe Zecks knows, alright, this level isn't going to have a boss. I don't need to worry. And now they'll game over?
Doesn't look like it.
They're going for it.
I mean, like we saw on T3tsuya, if you can do it, all the better. Oh, gotta go down. But I got it as an arrow, like, where else would I go?
We're pretty close on the top race. MannedTooth has 1 extra life, and Greeblesaurus is intentionally dying, I think. Or, no, was just getting beat up really bad by the enemies. 3 different Sonic level aesthetics
Yeah,
all
I
stuck
agree.
together.
Like the first thing I thought, oh, it's like Starlight Zone. Wait, no, it's more like Labyrinth Zone. Oh, it's all the Sonic zones.
It's Hidden Reef Zone. That's a level cleared Otarushin 1.
But it's a pun on otter.
And there's the game over. So actually, I think Tetsuya and Zecks are going to be on the same, the same part of the same level, even.
Yeah, like 2 of the Otarushin.
Otarushin. That's got to be.
It does sound Japanese. I think it's a pun on otter.
Well, I mean, you spell otter with an E and 2 T's. Like it's just all wrong. I don't know.
It's artistic freedom.
Also, is that what our character is? An otter, or are they a seal?
Well, I mean the first one was called Sealfist.
The leg situation is definitely an unseal-like.
I have no idea. Aquatic animal expert. We're so synced up.
I want to say I saw Tetsuya just go right through that swinging platform.
Oh, we got the boots now, which I thought I remembered makes you jump higher, but doesn't really look like it.
I think it's just speed.
Oh, it's speed. That makes sense.
Health a little bit low for Tetsuya and Zecks. It's full for MannedTooth and Greeblesaurus, though they both have 0 lives. What is with the wave graphics onto the top of the water for Greeblesaurus?
It's 30 FPS, like 30 hertz screen, but in the real game it's like flickering between the 2 states, so it looks pretty good. So it looks transparent.
Right. Good call. Oh, commando roll from Zecks underneath the shark, low on health.
You can jump on these guys.
And a game over from Tetsuya, laid into the stage, and Zecks going down to some balloons.
I thought you can jump on these guys. Like, you can bounce on them, I think. Maybe if you're not attacking.
I feel like I've very suddenly become aware that I've watched a race of this game before when I saw those balloons over that pit. And it was a hard time for some players.
I saw ID play this and it was a hard time for ID.
Oh, I wonder if maybe that was the same thing. Well, Zecks using the jumps to stay high gets knocked into the spikes. The iframes do not save you from the spikes. Game over for MannedTooth. Last life for Greeblesaurus.
Yeah, this stage in particular, and the boss after the stage, gave the previous time I've seen this game a lot of issues.
So what's the deal? If you attack the balloon, then you are safe, and or you bounce off of the balloon?
I think you don't want to attack.
You want to just jump and land
on like that.
Okay.
And if you attack, like we saw Tetsuya try and kind of went through the balloon into the guy and got hit.
Yeah. Okay, so Zecks got some key knowledge. You want to bounce on the balloon. It's Tetsuya's turn to try to figure this out. MannedTooth as well. I'm sorry. Whoa, there's a big spring. They're not as close to that part as I thought.
Greeble is trying to run through the wall at first, and we already kind of know it's not going to work on this stage. What do I think?
All of the players, after their deaths, their game overs, are thinking like, oh man, I'm behind?
I mean, this game looks hard, honestly. If I'm playing this, I don't think I would get the feeling this is an easy game. So I wouldn't be too worried about it. Whoa.
Oh, you just cannot get hit by a balloon. There's just no way you're going to get hit by the balloon and still land on the platform afterwards. MannedTooth dies, game overs. Tetsuya as well.
Greeblesaurus stream is like 100 kilobit per second.
So Tetsuya just game overed, right? So you start with 2 lives when you game over?
Yeah, I think so.
So has Zecks done something to earn a third? I would really not like it if for some reason they were starting with a third one.
Wasn't there something in the options menu?
I wonder. What is the paste bin? Just says choose easy. Doesn't say anything about lives.
Oh wait, it says treasure worth gems 100 for an extra life.
Okay, so it could be just a gem count.
Maybe you keep the gems. Oh, here's this guy. This guy isn't trivial. You can use the bubbles to go high, and then you're gonna spin onto his head. That's the only way to damage him.
A game over from Greeblesaurus. MannedTooth with 2 lives.
If that can clear this boss, that's gonna be a huge advantage.
Oh, sometimes it's a really big advantage to like get behind a boss. That was definitely not one of those situations.
Yeah. Got completely cornered on the left side as well, and the boss just jumped into him with no regards.
What do you do? It's hard to sneak in between the bubble. You're big, your character's big, the balloons are big, there's too many on screen.
And like the pattern he shoots. Oh! Does it without the bubbles.
MannedTooth getting past the balloons, maybe?
Look at this. The boss just decides. Oh no, we're shovel knighting. So you're
Right,
also
T3tsuya
here.
on the boss.
You can kind of
falls.
You can kind of see the difference in the matches, right? The Zecks vs T3tsuya match has been almost a level ahead of the other match so far.
Yeah. I mean, they're both extremely talented blind racers. Tetsuya's bouncing off of the boss's arm, which is interesting. Zecks rides the boss up to the top and then maybe gets squished against his gigantic shoulders.
I assume the boss like went through him and he got hit by the hurt box in his legs or arms or whatever.
I guess so. It definitely wasn't good, whatever happened off screen up there.
I don't know if T3tsuya is hitting the attack button. 0 lives for T3tsuya.
Oh, you can break the balloons with an attack. Okay. So when those 4 balloons came out, even though you want them to bounce off the boss, you can break the ones that you're in the way and use the remaining ones. Which Zecks is not really aware of. Instead gets a huge needle threading jump between the balloons.
Yeah, looking pretty good for Zecks, getting a lot of hits, and T3tsuya has 1 hit away from a game over.
MannedTooth as well on the boss, last life, low on, well, not low, but half health.
But just seeing the boss is useful, right? Like, you're gonna play the previous level and maybe can like think about it in the back of your mind. Oh,
there is the game over.
What does the game want me to do? Zecks is getting a lot of hits in.
He's gonna have to do another miraculous balloon dodge. Had more screen to work with, so they spread out that time.
Another hit. Still not dead. Here's 1 more hit. No, misses. Bounces around. Doesn't get hit at least. There's a hit. And this guy got more HP than the previous guy times 2.
Oh, T3tsuya dies immediately on this next attempt. And like, when you do that, do you throw it next time? Success for Zecks, I assume. Chasing this little guy around. Do you gotta finish him off? No, okay. What does T3tsuya do here? Just lost a life pretty early on.
Oh my god. We need Danny.
The ghost of Rystar is angry that another Genesis mascot is trying to take its place.
Danny, save me!
So the machine puts out the fire.
It's the weirdest hydrant I've ever seen. The small ones don't instantly kill you.
So Greeblesaurus gets to see the boss very briefly before they probably die. They're on their very last legs, no extra lives.
Hey, you never know.
I mean, we thought that about T3tsuya.
Yeah.
He proved us wrong. It's a game over from Zecks.
I mean, honestly, I find this stage If I was playing this, I would see the stage, see that you're being chased, and be like, oh, that's good, because then that makes me think the stage itself isn't that hard. Like the
It's just going to be
platforming.
forwards progress. You're just going to need to
Yeah,
jump on hydrants when you see them, and then otherwise jump from platform to platform.
yeah, it's a simple level.
That you have to do quickly, but you were going to do it quickly anyway. T3tsuya last life on the balloons. Needs to get across and then have a perfect one-round boss fight. Is across. MannedTooth. Whoa! Avoiding the balloons heroically. Also across. So this guy shows up finally on screen, and then he just kind of hangs out, like it's...
Yeah, he's like slowly, like he's got like rubber banding until he's right behind you, and then he's very slow.
Very slow. The end of the goal, you say? We're going to the end of the game on easy mode.
Right here?
Which is apparently not many levels.
Oh, we got boots.
Oh, T3tsuya gets hit by the boss, riding him up to the ceiling like we saw before. Half health. We know it's a long boss fight. Absolutely needs this. If the goal is as short as apparently it is, Zecks is very close and T3tsuya cannot die here.
This level just keeps going.
Zecks getting comboed. Does a lot of damage to the boss, but does die. That is a game over, and it's starting to look really good for Zecks.
If this level stops being a level. There we go.
Goal!
Oh, that's it!
Congratulations, try the normal mode, that's it.
Congratulations.
Easy mode is like the demo for the game, that's weird.
Yeah. Buy the full game now by choosing normal mode.
An 18-minute, 39-second time. Very fast, very strong showing. Congratulations to Zecks. We got a race up top still. MannedTooth with low health and no more lives. Unlikely to beat this boss, I think. And Greeblesaurus just game overed. So we're fixing to have this pretty much tied up at the top. Yeah, here it is.
Let's have a cool, closer look. Top match.
The racers are not having a lot of fun overall with the game, it seems. So some negative opinions expressed by 3 out of the 4 racers that I shan't repeat. I think T3tsuya played well, but Zecks is one of the best mystery racers we have, and showed why today.
Yeah, so what Zecks really did was not get stuck at anything for a long period of time. Died to the boss only once, I think, really. Like, game over it.
Mm-hmm.
And died, like, twice to the fire thing. Died only once to the, like, well, game over only once to the walrus. Just constant progress.
So MannedTooth still has the shoes. It's not quite Sonic the Hedgehog shoes in terms of a speed boost.
I mean, good.
But yeah, it is like you do need to get used to it, because you don't have it very often, and is unable to avoid the balloon, so it's not going to have it any longer. I feel like the checkpoint before the balloon section is a critical one to hit on your first life. Greeblesaurus' turn now. It's tough. The balloons and the platforms force you to jump, and then you scroll the screen up and you don't see the balloons anymore, and their sine wave pattern makes them pretty hard to predict off screen.
Yeah, and you constantly have to also keep the platform in mind, because it's also moving.
Yep. Just tough. It's just
nice
a tough
bounces.
section. 0 lives
okay.
now.
That works.
Well, game over for MannedTooth. The ball in Greeblesaurus' court. Uh-oh. Just kidding. Game over is on both sides.
Just kidding.
I don't think they'll find my joke very funny.
Especially after the game has been called miserable by at least one of these two.
That was one of the nicer things that they said about it. So there's a checkpoint in the top left that is just out of the way. Greeblesaurus isn't even picking it up. Early parts of this level down like clockwork at this point.
Maybe getting the shoes is even a bad idea.
I was just thinking that.
Probably not, because you don't move that fast, but like a change in speed is always something to adapt to. I've talked about this before. If a game has like a run toggle, maybe you should just always leave it on, even if it's sometimes a little inconvenient, just because you get used to the faster speed.
Yeah.
It
The
was
true like greatness is to master both of them and when to use each one to the fullest. But you've only got so much time with the game. Are you really going to be able to learn everything about both modes?
Yeah, it was a thing in I Wanna Lockpick as well, where the run speed was so much faster.
Okay, both players across the balloons with 2 lives. The Greeblesaurus dies immediately after. The balloons is one thing, but like the rest of the levels also like kind of not free. There's just like one more spike section, I guess.
If you fall down, there's all kinds of stuff down there that we saw on Greeblesaurus. You really don't want to fall down.
Good opening 3 hits from MannedTooth. And then a death. Greeblesaurus getting here also with 1 life, full health, so kind of even.
I like this guy. He's got attitude. Should be the mascot.
Look how aggressively he chews bubblegum.
Yeah!
So tough and strong.
He's so determined. They came to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and he's not out of bubblegum.
He's never out of bubblegum. But he still kicks your ass.
How good he is.
MannedTooth in a much better position. I think has gotten more hits and lost less health. This combo of hitting the boss and then getting rid of the balloon immediately afterwards is working out so well.
That's it?
That's it.
Nice kill. Really fast. 50 seconds.
Yeah, MannedTooth really dialed in on how to deal with this boss. That's Otarushin 2 down.
Otaru.
Otaru. Tetsuya forfeited, by the way. We stopped looking at that race to focus on the one that was still alive, but there's nothing left to see down there. They politely called the game poopy.
Not just poopy, but... Oh no, it was... Someone else reiterated what they said about their game.
In a slightly different manner. Very much the same feeling. So we're seeing now that this squirt the fire and then jump over the 2 remaining stacked fires was a slightly tighter maneuver than Zecks was making it look. Though MannedTooth sneaking over the 3 tall one, very nice.
Oh, chicken. The health refill.
Nice. The water coming in, removed. Greeblesaurus defeats the boss with 0 lives left. Nicely done. We got a race on the final level.
And this is like a very long level where if you die, you go so far back that immediately your opponent has the chance to win.
MannedTooth picks up the big meat pretty late into the level. Oh, huge jump over the fire. I think was thinking I'll damage boost through this if necessary, but was not necessary. Damage boost through that one. How much level is left?
Like, surprisingly much, but not that much.
Oh, Really nice job avoiding the flame.
Yeah, we're like walking left on the platform.
Greeblesaurus taking a lot of damage from these flames. It's the first time they've seen the level.
You can just ignore them. Pacifist
wait it
route.
out.
This is how you get the true ending. Oh, gotta make this jump fast. You don't have a lot of iframes. Another jump. Alright, I feel like we gotta be getting close to the end here. I think there's a chicken? No, it's some useless gems. We don't care about lives right now. Ooh, maybe he has
By the aerial enemy.
has to maybe think about not damage boosting anymore. Who knows how long this level still goes?
Yeah, Greeblesaurus has died a few times. It's just kind of like learning the beginning parts of how the level works. Where is the platform? It's all the way over there. MannedTooth jumps for it. That's a game over.
I mean, not like it matters. There's no checkpoints.
Right, but
I would be so, but maybe. I mean, who knows? Maybe there's like a soft checkpoint just hidden.
that's true. Zecks did kind of die early and then not at all.
Yoo-hoo.
Sometimes your first attempt is your best attempt, and then the next couple are like not as good
That's
for
bad.
some reason.
That feels bad.
Yeah.
There's a meme about it where some guy's like, "Oh, Dark Souls boss. Oh, I got pretty close and I only had half HP and I didn't really use my items, so next time, easy." And then he barely damages the boss.
Yeah. A couple more forfeits from other racers racing along. Game seems solid. I don't know. It's hard, sure.
No, it's easy.
Well,
What it says
Just
on a tin.
just imagine one-hit kill mode.
Is it one-hit kill mode?
On the hardest difficulty, yeah.
Oh my god.
Feels like some pretty deep runs from both players. Greeblesaurus on these platforms.
They're only like halfway through.
MannedTooth's
Oh, but Greeblesaurus was
just
ahead,
behind.
right? Damage boosting
Yeah,
through that, why not?
Right now, Greeblesaurus is ahead, yeah.
Has a lot of HP. Doesn't have a lot of HP.
Isn't stopping for anything. You can stop and you can grab this chest. You got the time.
Oh, boots.
Interesting proposition.
Proposition. Let me think about it.
I mean, it is a decision, right? We were talking about maybe it's bad to pick this up. It's kind of too fast.
I mean, in a
You're-
level that requires you to run away from a thing. Oh, okay.
Let's be real.
In that moment, it was bad.
the thing is not a concern. Like it is not. It's a non-factor that this big guy is behind you. Like it just.
I think
it has not come into play at all.
the scare
except
it
for
is
psychologically.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the concept of it is more of a hindrance.
The platform fell beneath Greeblesaurus. Was not able to land on it to get another jump. They were so close.
But MannedTooth in the lead now.
Yeah, not too far into the stage though.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter if he clears it now. If he clears it, there's no way Greeblesaurus will catch up.
Yeah, it seems pretty unlikely that Greeblesaurus is going to be able to invent a clean enough speedrun route to save a couple of seconds and catch up.
It's a triple stack that's like halfway through.
I can't believe that's halfway through, but I think you're right. The
what was
extra life
that?
sound is horrible. That was the crunchiest audio I've ever heard. It's like someone tried to represent an entire orchestra with like just a square wave or something.
Yeah. There's like that. Oh! Iframes ran out.
Yeah, so that particular jump, right? You just ran through two jumpy guys. So you're thinking like go, 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 don't stop for nothing. And so you just jump. I've seen them, both of them, make the mistake at least more than once. Jump, get caught by the guy in midair. And that's bad because you have to fall back to the ground before you can jump again. In that time, your iframes run out. They're that short. If you were to just get hit on the ground, you'd be able to jump right afterwards and be clear. You know, or not at all, of course.
Myth, this is so close.
It's anybody's race.
Both players on the final level, and we've seen like 5 deaths pretty far in each.
It's a pretty dramatic finish, too. Just the world on fire. Being chased by the devil himself.
3 stars though.
Onto the platforms. MannedTooth pretty comfortable running and jumping off of it immediately. Hey, taxi. All right, here we go. Don't jump and get hit by the thing. Stops, waits. Nice. Boots on feet. Going fast. For better or worse. Here we go.
Here's a chalice. Doesn't even want it.
What even is that?
It gives you gems.
Oh.
That
Trying to
got a
attack
damage
the
boost.
fire.
I mean, Danny could have done it.
We can't all be Danny. So this is where MannedTooth died. These platforms didn't quite sync up. They've got the boots to make the jump, though.
Oh, I think this is the end. This is the end.
Oh, there it is. MannedTooth is our winner. It just kind of drives home how close they were on like their second attempt or whatever. It was their first, I think.
Try the normal mode. It's like when you finish Blast Course, and it's like, now do it faster.
I'm good. Dot forfeit, says Greeblesaurus.
Ooh.
People did not want to play High Seas Havoc today.
Immediately going offline. Not a sign of having a good experience.
Sometimes it happens. You'll talk to them, you know, the next day or whatever, and they'll be like, yeah, I didn't like that game, but that's how it goes.
That's how
But
I
right
am.
now, you do not want to talk to them right now.